Quince is all about elevated essentials that feel effortless. Designed for layering and mixing, each piece helps build a timeless wardrobe made to last. With versatile silhouettes and thoughtful details, they're the kind of styles you'll wear again and again. 100% organic cotton sweaters, premium denim made with stretch for all-day comfort, luxe cotton cashmere blends perfect for the changing seasons. Everything you need for a wardrobe that actually lasts. Quince works directly with safe, ethical factories and cuts out the middleman so you're not paying for brand markup, just high-quality clothing. Quince uses the highest quality materials like 100% European linen and organic cotton. Everything is built to hold up season to season. One of the big staples of my wardrobe is the Quince Mongolian cashmere sweater. I recommend getting the oversized crew in black and oatmeal. It goes with everything. Refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/Kate Casey for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Kate Casey to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Kate Casey.
When you run a business, there are a lot of boxes to check.
Let's see. Payroll? Check. Inventory? Check. Insurance?
Well, Good Thing Simply Business makes getting small business insurance fast and easy. Just answer a few questions, review your quotes, and get covered in under 10 minutes, all online. It's that simple. Check insurance off your list at simplybusiness.com.
The amazing Kate Casey.
Welcome back for another episode of Reality Life with Kate Casey, and welcome back for this What to Watch episode. This is going to be your list for February 2nd until the 9th, and I got to tell you, lots of great stuff. As always, make sure that you are subscribed at katecasey.substack.com. Do this so that you can get not only my list for this week, but also all of my archive lists and also all of the articles that I've written. I just did one about what everybody gets wrong about reality TV. I want you to go and check out that article, and I've got lots of great stuff to come. Also, my bonus podcast. Now, I've been doing this limited series with Mary Payne called Tell Me Everything. You can find it on my Patreon at patreon.com/Kate Casey. I've had such a great time. And in the last episode, we tell you about what happens in the world of podcasting, kind of like the ebbs and flows and what it's really like to create a show, et cetera. So if you've ever wondered about that, and then I also tell you about a Ponzi scheme that I came across. So every episode is different. They're about an hour long, and each week we exchange stories. And Mary Payne, for example, told me one about how she was with a girl named Laura, and then 2 days later she got murdered, and how it became this worldwide story. So every episode is really interesting. Go over to Patreon at patreon.com/Kate Casey. And also I do additional bonus podcasts on Apple Podcasts. Okay, this week there's a little bit of everything. And of course, first I want to tell you, this is the week the Winter Olympics premiere. And I talked about an episode last week about a Netflix documentary called Miracle, The Boys of 80. You can watch it on Netflix now. If you're looking to get super pumped about the Olympics, that is a great documentary to watch. And also Glitter and Gold, which just premiered on Sunday. That takes you behind the scenes of different teams in ice dancing. And if you have ever wondered about the sport or just are kind of looking for athlete stories, I think it's a great one too. And I'm telling you, now you're going to be sucked into it and you're going to be watching who wins this Olympics. So the beginning ceremonies, the opening ceremonies are February 6th, which is Friday. Now it's centered across Milan and the Cortina d'Ampezzo region. So even before the official opening, there are curling preliminaries, ice hockey early rounds, athlete arrivals, and coverage ramp up. This is the first Olympics hosted in this Italian alpine region in decades. Stunning mountain visuals, huge U.S. primetime sports programming overlapping with reality TV that week. I think that the week is essentially the Olympics soft launch. So head over to Peacock. They're going to have plenty for you to watch. And of course, the opening ceremony is always really beautiful. I love the compelling stories that they have about all of the athletes. And as you will see, there's going to be lots of drama at the Olympics. So you have that to look forward to. By the way, great stuff for kids to watch. I love the Olympics. The Summer Olympics is my absolute favorite, but I love all Olympic coverage. Again, you get to learn about these athletes that have spent their entire life training. You get to meet their parents, their siblings, their friends. Nothing better than seeing someone win a medal and then they pan over to everyone watching, the audience, and you see someone's parents or siblings or friends just losing their mind crying because it's been all this hard work and then they get a medal. I love that kind of stuff. If you're looking for reality TV, something to just kind of unwind, of course, I'm going to tell you to watch Real Housewives. Southern Charm, I think, is really good this year. Lots of interpersonal drama, a lot of breaking the fourth wall, specifically around Austin and Craig. So that's to look forward to on Bravo. Below Deck Under has a new season. Captain Jason's returning for another season, set in the high-stakes world of luxury yachting, and this time with an especially notable crew lineup. Why is the show so popular? Because most people will never be able to get a yacht. They just won't. And I think they're also interested in the classism dynamics. What really goes on below deck? What happens with this staff? Are they treated well by these seemingly wealthy, very over-the-top people that come and pay for these vacations? I think people are kind of captivated by who takes these vacations. Do they treat the staff well? What are the staff like? What's that job like? What is it like to have a job where you have to fold laundry all day or scrub the ship or the yacht? What is it like when you go into port in some of these places? Who are the kinds of people you're meeting? That's why I think this is an endlessly interesting show. And also the dynamics change all the time because you have new charter guests. So you have a whole new series of people to kind of figure out. So again, what makes this specific season an especially notable crew lineup is you've got Chef Ben, one of the most iconic chefs in the entire Below franchise, known for not just his talent, but I think dramatic scenes, is back. You've got Chief Stew, Daisy, Second Officer Joao. I've interviewed him. I really love him. I think he's great. And you can expect high drama, exotic Australian charter locations, high maintenance guests, dream team crew that could easily turn into a pressure cooker. And of course, you've got the romance and the hierarchy clashes. This season is positioned as a major franchise event, so I want you to watch it. So, of course, it's every Monday. It's on Bravo. It's Below Deck Down Under. Summer House is back on Bravo. This is going to be every Tuesday. So if you're thinking about your Bravo plan, so Monday, you've got Below Deck. Tuesday, you've got Summer House. And that's great because Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is Gone Baby Gone. And then you have Wednesday, you have Southern Charm. Thursday, you have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So you've got something for Monday through Thursday. So, of course, this show was intended to be about a group of young people that have a share house. Over time, we have people that have stayed on the show and are now into their 40s. And it's still a group of friends that are staying in this house in the Hamptons. Now, this season, it's blending cast veterans and also newer personalities. So you've got Amanda and Kyle. Now we know that they are separated. God bless, God bless, God bless. Probably the best for both of them. But we're going to have to endure a season where we know, we have confirmation bias now, information bias now, that they are separated. So we're going to watch this relationship sort of unravel. Then you have Carl's ex, who seemingly still despises him. I think Carl is very wrapped up in his new business. I think he's dating Vanita now, God bless. So I think watching those two together will be torture because they were going to get married at one point and now they're struggling to be in a space. I feel like he tries to be nice to her and she's obviously despises him. Jesse Solomon, who is really loving being on TV, heartthrob of the Hamptons, I guess, and the friendship dynamics, because ultimately they're going to be new girls that come to the house. And then you've got West, who is beloved. Lots of girls, I think, are digging West. So does that bother Jesse? I think all of these dynamics are very interesting. So check that out on Summer House. Why is this going to be notable? Well, you've got long-term friendships that are fractured. You've got the relationship fallout of Kyle and Amanda. I'm interested in the career pressures off camera. Most of the people in this cast are now influencers. So how does that change the trajectory of their life? Different stresses when you become an influencer. And then the cast is in, new life changes. So it's a chaotic show. And if you want to feel like you're living vicariously through somebody who has less responsibilities than you do and can go to the Hamptons, every other weekend throughout the summer and just dress up for theme parties, that's your show. Summer House Bravo, Tuesdays. You know how I've been going around my house making changes in all of the rooms? Nothing feels better than a great room refresh. Our latest project has been my son Jack's room. His room is cream with blue and with pictures of the ocean. He wanted a new upholstered bed, nightstand, and a big bedside lamp. And there was no better place to find it than Wayfair. And it became such a fun project for us to do together. Wayfair's huge selection of home decor items makes it easy to find exactly what's right for you. There are a multitude of options in every design and style. The website is so easy to navigate, and you will not believe how fast your order comes. Get organized, refreshed, and back on track this new year for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Was January supposed to be your big fresh start? Well, sometimes the pressure to fix everything all at once can make you feel stuck. Grow Therapy makes it easier to reset at your own pace with therapy that's covered by insurance and built around your life. Whether it's your first time in therapy or your 50th, Grow makes it easier to find a therapist who fits you and not the other way around. They connect you with thousands of independent licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions nights and weekends. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. And if something comes up, you can cancel up to 24 hours in advance at no cost. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. Whatever challenges that you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Grow accepts over 100 insurance plans, including Medicaid in some states. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0, depending on their plan. Therapy is the best gift you can give yourself because it's an investment in understanding, healing, and becoming the healthiest version of you. Visit growtherapy.com/Kate Casey today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/Kate Casey. growtherapy.com/Kate Casey. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan. Now, if you're watching The Traders, you know that every Thursday you got a new episode and it's getting better and better and better. Well, you can also watch The Traders UK. That's on Peacock Series 4, so Season 4. It's hosted by Claudia Winkleman. The UK version continues to be, I would pretty much say, the gold standard of the franchise. This time you've got a group of contestants living in the castle in the Scottish Highlands. Some are secretly traitors, the rest are faithful. Traitors murder someone each night, and the faithfuls must identify them before it's too late. So a darker tone and more psychological gameplay. I'd say, with the ordinary people instead of influencers, it adds a different dynamic. Claudia's gothic camp hosting style is also what makes it a little bit different. And I would say stronger tension than the US version. So Season 4, they call it Series 4, is expected to bring, obviously, the fresh cast and also new twists. And it seems like if you see something in the UK version, it's going to trickle down to the US version probably in the next season. So definitely check that out as well. If you're still excited about new and interesting sports stuff, you can check out The Rise of the 49ers. I know some of you are diehard 49ers fans, so it'll be right up your alley. This is on AMC, AMC+. So it's Sunday and Monday, February 1st and 2nd and 9. It's a major sports documentary event chronicling the San Francisco 49ers dynasty. So you've got a focus on that specific era of 1980s dominance, Joe Montana years, the transition into the Steve Young era, and also the cultural legacy of the team in the NFL. And they're going to talk about the fame, the pressure, and the rivalry, innovation in coaching and offense, how the team shaped modern football, also the business and politics of the league, which I find most interesting. So it's perfect for football fans, but also for nostalgia-driven sports storytelling. Maybe you weren't a 49ers fan, but you're going to look back and you're going to think about your own team, what it was like at that period of time, and how the sport has changed, the industry has changed, the business of sport has changed. So it's called Rise of the 49ers on AMC and AMC+, Sunday and Monday, February 1st and 2nd. The next one, if you follow pop culture stories, you're like a news junkie, but also true crime. The Turpins, A New House of Horror. This is streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu on Wednesday the 4th, but you can watch it on ABC Tuesday, February 3rd. Diane Sawyer revisits one of the most horrifying child abuse cases in modern history. So in 2018, Jordan Turpin, age 17, escapes from her family's home in Riverside, California. She calls 911, leading to the rescue of 13 siblings. So Diane previously interviewed 2 sisters in 2021. Now, 3 additional siblings are speaking publicly for the first time. The special investigates what happened after the rescue. And I think a lot of you also were highly concerned about the people that were working in Riverside on this case. I was too. Also, they're going to talk about foster care outcomes and systemic failures are going to be explored, thankfully. This is extremely heavy. It is trauma-centered. It is investigative. This is both a true crime follow-up, and I also think a broader indictment of child welfare breakdowns. So a very important story. And again, it's called The Turpins, A New House of Horror, Tuesday, February 3rd, and then streaming the following day on Disney Plus and Hulu. If you're looking for something fun to watch with your kids, check out Is It Cake on Netflix. This one is specifically Is It Cake Valentine's. So a holiday-themed spin on Netflix viral baking competition. So instead of solo bakers, this edition features 3 couples of elite cake artists, romantic, swoon-worthy dessert challenges, and a new interactive viewer game, which is a franchise first. So you can expect over-the-top illusion cakes, ridiculous reveals, and light, bingeable Valentine energy. I think it's a perfect palate cleanser after those darker documentaries, to be quite honest. For sports, you can watch Field General's History of the Black Quarterback on Peacock. This is a powerful sports history documentary series about Black quarterbacks who transform football. The coverage includes post-merger NFL and AFL era, racial barriers in leadership positions, media narratives and discrimination, pioneers who paved the way for today's stars. It matters because quarterbacks have long been treated as the thinking man's position, and Black athletes were systemically excluded. This series reframes NFL history through culture and race and politics, not just highlights. So again, if you like the business of sports, which I absolutely do, and you're interested in how the sport has changed, this is right up your alley. It's called Field General's History of the Black Quarterback on Peacock, Thursday, February 5th. And then here's something different. Queen of Chess is on Netflix. This is Friday, February 6th. This is a feature documentary about legendary chess champion Judith Polgar. So she's a Hungarian prodigy, the strongest female chess player in history, one of the only women to seriously challenge the men's elite circuit. So from age 12 to adulthood, she pursues one goal. She wants to defeat world champion Garry Kasparov. So the themes include gender barriers in intellectual sports, genius versus expectations, and the loneliness of being the only woman in the room. And Lord knows many of us have felt that at times. So it's a prestige documentary with broad appeals beyond chess. And that's why I wanted to include it, because I think it's going to be one to watch. Queen of Chess, Netflix, Friday, February 6th. So that is your list again this week. There's plenty for you to watch. The Winter Olympics, of course, opening ceremony, and you can dip in and out of the Winter Olympics coverage. Below Deck Under on Bravo, whole new season in Australia with a really good cast. Summer House on Bravo, you can watch the unraveling of a marriage, which for some people is like a little bit of a bummer. Just got to be honest. Okay, The Traitors UK, season 4 on Peacock. Remember, a lot of the stuff that you will see on this will probably trickle down in the US version. Rise of the 49ers on AMC and AMC Plus is February 1st and 2nd. The Turpins, A New House of Horror is on ABC February 3rd and streaming the next day on Disney Plus and Hulu. Is It Cake Valentine's Day on Netflix February 4th. Field General's History of the Black Quarterback on Peacock Thursday, February 5th. Queen of Chess on Netflix Friday, February 6th. And then you can watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to see Amanda unraveling. And you can watch Southern Charm to see Craig and Austin fight about fourth wall issues. You can watch Southern Charm, and then you have Below Deck Under on Monday. And then on Tuesday, you have Summer House. So plenty of Bravo stuff. And lastly, The Traitors. Keep going. Stay the course. It's getting better and better and better with every episode. And that is available on Peacock, and you can stream that whenever you want. So that's your list. Go to katecasey.substack.com. Make sure that you are subscribed to the bonus podcasts. And my what to watch list is, again, at katecasey.substack.com. The Facebook group is Reality Life with Kate Casey. And please follow me on social media. Don't miss out on that. Follow me on Instagram at @KatecaseyCA, TikTok, it's Kate Casey, and Twitter Threads and Blue Sky at @KateCasey. Check back tomorrow for an all-new episode.